All right, so Britney Spears, what everybody's been waiting for, or maybe not.
Maybe.
Britney, Britney Spears has been in a conservatorship since 2008 following a mental health crisis and has spent the past year attempting to remove her father from her case. The singer has had a tumultuous legal battle over the last year and told the court he feels traumatized over what she called an abusive conservatorship. But on Wednesday, Judge Brenda Penny agreed to a request by Britney Spears to suspend her father's role in conservatorship temporarily, replacing him with John Zabel. Her dad was thought to be very oppressive, controlling, and of course, taking advantage of her. Uh, Now, she is still under conservatorship, but some people are concerned about her decision making. Um, as soon as control was taken away from her dad, she posted a bunch of racy photos of herself, either nude or topless. In the pictures, it looks like she's on a tropical beach getaway, and her comment is playing in the Pacific never hurt anybody. I should note prior to her father being removed from conservatorship, there was a report from TMZ that Britney Spears and her fiance Sam Asghari were waiting for the constraints of her father's conservatorship to be removed so that they could buy a home together. Now, of course, there's a lot to unpack here with this Britney Spears saga, but I want to start out with this question. So, there's obviously a reason for the conservatorship. I know he's had some mental health issues, and it has not been removed. It hasn't been lifted altogether. Um, so, do we think she's okay? And does anyone else think that she has the potential to be taken advantage of further by the people around her now? I'm going to start with Gianni on this one because you convinced me on the last one.
Um, I absolutely think that she can be taken advantage of. Um, and this could be out of a lack of ignorance for not knowing Brittany and whatever his name is, their relationship. But looking back at their photos, they've actually
Asghari?
been together since like, yeah, since 2016.
Year.
Um,
Yeah.
for 3 years. Okay, I'm sorry. So they've been together for a while, and then just looking at the photos, they look like a really happy couple. But that's that's just media. I think that it's the timing of everything kind of worries me. With her father not having control, and then they want to move in together, and at the same time, I'm thinking it could be Britney's idea. So there's a lot to question in this, but I definitely have concern for her being taken advantage of. I hope Britney's okay. I still love Britney.
My wife loves Britney. She always I mean, she's not her favorite, but
No,
Robbie?
an icon though.
Um, yeah, I'm with Johnny. I think that she's still at risk, given everything that she's gone through her entire life. I mean, she's been in conservatorships for 13 years now, and that was following just
Yeah.
a bipolar breakdown. It was awful, and I know that she was checked in. I think it was in 2019. Also, she checked herself in for a month. So, she's not out of the woods yet, and she's by no stretch of the imagination had a normal life. And when you go out, if your way of celebrating is to go out on social media and post naked pictures of yourself, that just screams, "Look at me now, daddy." So I don't know that
Look
the
at me now,
issues are
daddy.
really laid to rest, right? I
Okay,
really don't think
that's
that
it.
the root issues are laid to rest. I think that there's a lot that she needs to really take on before she can be healthy and happy.
Lizzie, your thoughts?
Do you trust the boyfriend?
Oh, that's a good question. Do you?
And I don't know, man. He looks a lot like K-Fed. Just saying. She's got a
He
type.
kind of
She
does.
does have a type. I,
She
First
does
of
have a
all,
type.
first of all, stop it. He looks absolutely nothing like Kevin Federline.
Like that's not
He looks
attractive, but
absolutely nothing like
Look
Kevin
at the
so, are
Federline.
you
features. The
saying this guy is
facial.
And
attractive?
and
the
he does not even have the background of Kevin Federline. Kevin Federline came into Britney's relationship with Britney Spears already with a child and a pregnant baby mama on the way. Like, so it's two completely
different.
different situations. Two
Hmm.
completely different situations. But I will say this: one, with the in relation to the nude pictures that she posted, um, people need to recognize that this is not the first time she's posted nude pictures.
Oh, sure.
She posted nude pictures as recently as July. This is a common practice for Britney. And think about it this way in terms of she announcing that she is going to buy a new house. Like you guys said, she's been under the watchful eye, which she says has been under an excruciating watchful eye of her father for 13 years. So this will be the first opportunity for her to buy a place on her own without asking
Mhm.
permission. So why wouldn't
Yeah.
she want to buy a house? She's engaged. Sam Asghari proposed to her like 2 weeks ago.
I think she still has to
Engaged
ask
people,
permission though, because she's still under conservatorship. It's just not with her father.
but that's been the whole point. She said even, when she was testifying earlier in the summer, she was talking about how she doesn't want to perform anymore
Hmm.
as long as her father was in charge of the conservatorship. And she talked about all of the rules and regulations, how they were spying on her, how she had to have check-ins daily for just random things. And so with the prospect of her being, not under those stringent rules anymore, why wouldn't she celebrate? Why wouldn't she be happy? Why wouldn't she say, I want to start this new phase of my life where I feel like I have some type of freedom? Yeah, I'm going to buy a new house. I don't have to ask this motherfucker permission for anything anymore. This is my money that I earned, and I can choose whoever I want to to marry. So I don't think, like, do I think she's altogether stable? No, because there still are some mental health issues that are at play here. However, I think we all need to stop treating Brittany as a child when
Mhm.
she keeps telling us, I want to be free. I'm an adult woman. I want to be able to make some decisions on my own. And thankfully, it seems like she has proper representation that has gotten
Mhm.
in there over the past few months and has been like, we are shit down.
Yeah.
And the two people that Brittany have called out, she hasn't called out her boyfriend or her fiance. She's called out her father and her younger sister. Those are the two people that she's been calling out all summer. So, no, I have no problem with her wanting to buy a new house. I mean, we don't know what kind of cameras her daddy had up in that house watching her 24/7. I have no problem with her wanting to buy a house. I have no problems with her wanting to be engaged to someone she's been seeing since 2016. Like, at some point, if we're going to say John Hinckley Jr. needs to be free, we got to let Brittany be free.
Free
Did any of you
Britney.
guys see the Britney Spears documentary,
Yeah. The Free
Framing Britney
Britney one.
Spears? Framing
Oh, Framing Britney.
Britney Spears?
To which she came out and blasted.
Yeah.
Mhm.
She was not happy about that.
Oh, she was
Not
not
happy
happy
about
about
it.
it. I didn't
She
know
was
that.
not happy about that.
But did you see it?
No, why don't we
Yeah.
watch it?
I've seen it. It was
What
like
did you
a it
think,
was
Gianna?
like a documentary. It was strange. It kind of felt like a setup. It felt like they were running with a narrative that they believed. But I wouldn't say it felt like a conspiracy, but it felt like they were worried about Britney, and so fans came up with this documentary. That's what it
Oh,
felt like.
Okay,
yeah, it was.
gotcha.
I thought it was a lot of information. I felt bad for Britney after it. I mean, because you go back to
Yeah.
of course, you talked about Kevin Federline, and of course, the issues that she had with Justin Timberlake. And
Yeah.
you look at her life; she's had a pretty rough life, and it's not surprising that she struggled with mental health issues, um, given
No.
the complex life that she's led. Um, but I really felt for Britney. I still feel for Britney. I get
Yeah.
when all the fans are struggling with the control that her father had. But with that being said, I feel like Britney probably needs oversight, and I'm glad the conservatorship is still there. Um,
The conservatorship is still there until November. There's another hearing in November
another hearing, right?
to decide whether or not she's going to be
Removed.
free of the
Right.
conservatorship wholeheartedly. Um, do I feel bad for Britney? Absolutely. I think, she's one of these, teen stars who was the breadwinner in the family.
Yeah.
So, people allowed her to get away with a lot of things, including her mother. Like she was,
Yeah.
at one point living with Justin Timberlake when she was a teenager or in her early 20s, using drugs, and went unchecked. However, as much as we talk about, the controlling nature of the people around her, fans also are trying to be controlling and
Yes,
trying to narrate
I agree with you.
who she dates,
Yeah, they
who
are.
she dates, who she's engaged to. I mean, so it's a balance that she's trying to find for herself. And I wouldn't be surprised if, in fact, they end the conservatorship in November, that we really don't, aside from Instagram, we really don't see her for a
After,
Yeah,
while. Like,
yeah, I think
I
I mean
if
it
agree.
would
she
be. I
takes,
think it'd be great if she just takes a break, especially
yeah,
from the
She should.
fans.
I agree.
Yeah.
Gets
She
away from
should.
the fans. I don't know. I don't know that I trust this guy as Gary.
but
I
why
He's
don't.
been
wouldn't you
around
trust
for a
him?
while though, Neil. He's been around for
Like
a minute, even
he's
through the
given us
freebase
no reason not.
tape.
He has a job. He owns his own business. Like, why wouldn't we trust him?
Fair
He
enough.
makes a lot of
He ain't
money on his own.
he,
Okay.
he ain't got a whole bunch of kids, in the
Neil said,
background
okay.
like
Oh,
Kevin
he's not
Federline had.
Federline. I'll agree with you on that. Not Federline.
He's much younger though. That's the
He's
only
13
kind
years
of
younger. Yes, he is
caveat.
13 years
Yeah.
younger.
I mean, but I think Brittany mentally is 13 years younger. So they might be,
Yeah.
on the same wavelength.
Mhm.
Same page.
Might be on the same wavelength.
True.
Yeah, I don't know. I think,
Yeah.
yeah, like I said, I think Brittany probably still needs some time. And I'm, when people are struggling with mental health, it's not an easy thing to deal with. So, um, I'm hoping for the best for her for sure. But, all right, let's get to some
Absolutely.
of these
And let's be
comments.
clear, when we're
Go ahead.
talking conservatorship, we're talking conservatorship of her personal life. Her professional life is still being very much managed. But yeah, at least now she's going out and she
Very-
wants to perform because the conservatorship with her father is done. So she can start making that bank
Yeah, I
again.
think her father definitely needed to go for sure.
But it was
Oh,
also
hell yeah.
her father too that, clearly, especially in the beginning when he first took over, that had her performing when it was obvious that she was in no state to be on a
Yeah, that was
stage
ridiculous.
performing.
Horrible.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was a lot.
All right. All right, let's get to these comments.
How can a
So,
father do that?
well, I mean, her father's been taking advantage of her for years. I mean, that's where his funding was coming from.
Mama and
Mhm.
sister too. Mama
Yeah.
and sister too.
Was
Like
he like the
Brittany's
type
been
of father that came later? Like he came into the picture later and then he's
no, no, no. No, her parents were married and divorced when she was like early teens. But her father also, was very controlling with the mom. So one of the reasons why they divorced. Also, he had an alcohol problem. So he's, a recovering alcoholic. And then her mom was just a yes person. Like,
All right, we can
I'm just
talk
gonna
about it some
fall,
yeah.
more if we
go with
want
the
to
flow.
in the after show. So Mike Winter says she cannot sing or dance that well. She definitely has a drug issue. And those are her choices. Let her be naked and bang young
Mike.
dudes.
Okay, so
And
let me just check,
So
Michael.
raw.
I don't think she's a great singer, but in
she's
her
not a
genre,
great
you didn't
singer.
really
Come on, let's be
you
real.
didn't really have to be. Like Janet Jackson ain't a great singer. However,
No,
Britney
she's not.
Spears can dance her Britney Spears can dance
She's
her
not.
ass off.
She's a good performer, yes.
She's
Uh,
a good performer.
She's like a J Lo, like she's an entertainer.
yeah, J Lo's
Oh,
not a great singer
okay,
either.
okay. Let's not sully Britney by comparing her to J Lo.
Wait,
J Lo is
wait a
not a good
minute. J Lo
singer.
is definitely
J
a better
Lo is
singer
not a
than
good.
Britney.
That's Leo's
Are you
favorite.
kidding me? Are you kidding me?
Have
If
you
you
listened
had
to
my love,
Britney?
if you had my love, and I gave you all. Like, come on.
Spot
And that's
on.
with studio help. Are you kidding me? Come on now.
Let's see, that's
Oh
hilarious. All
my
right,
Let me
God.
just
so
say very quickly, Neo, your girl Jay compared herself to Beyonce this week.
oh yeah,
I'm gonna
She
that's
leave that
did.
out there. I'm gonna leave
Ooh.
that
that's
out
that's
there.
lame. That's
There's a
that doesn't
reason.
no on any level. I don't think she's on any level. I mean, I don't really find Beyonce that attractive. But with that being said, on any level, does she can't compare with Beyonce.
She's not.
All right, so Dragon Rob says one of the reasons such conservatorships are problematic is that people like Jamie use this as a means to enrich themselves through the
Mhm.
fees the court allocates them. Mike Winter says I didn't watch the documentary because he didn't have authorship. Uh, Jose says
Exactly.
this is
Exactly. She did
Brittany's
not have
time,
authorship.
sink or swim. I hope she succeeds and wish her luck.
Yeah.
And so Mike Winter says she got that young eggplant emoji.
Mike.
I think
He
another
is
thing that
acting up.
people need to take into consideration about Britney, she bothers no one. She's aside
Yeah.
from her own personal issues, Britney isn't out here bothering anybody.
All right.
She's not in anyone's business. She's not sleeping with she's not any longer sleeping with anyone's man. She's not a part of the controversial conversation that you normally see with celebrities. She just minds her business. And I think that's what
Yep,
she wants
private.
to continue to do. Just mind her business, be with her boys, spend her money.
All right, we're short on time.
Yeah.
Is this truth, lies, or shenanigans?
Oh,
All right, I got truth. What do you got?
I say it's true.
I got truth and
Shenanigans.
shenanigans. It's truth born of shenanigans.
Lizzie's got
Remy
shenanigans.
knocked,
Born of
Remy knocked my shenanigans thing over, so I can't put that up right.
All right.
shrimp.
Lies, shenanigans.